Ya Allah.
Muhammad's Life
by Nora
Isabella
and Sydne. Muhammad was born in 570 CE in the high desert plateau of Mecca. Because his father died before he was born, he was raised by his mother and a nurse. In 575, when Muhammad was 6, he and his mother traveled to Medina, a desert oasis. While traveling back, his mother fell ill and died, leaving him an orphan. He was left under care of his grandfather. When his grandfather died in 578, Muhammad was age 8 and was left in the care of his paternal uncle. At age 12, he was first exposed to the Jews and the Christians in Syria, who he admired and called the people of the book. When he was a teen, he worked as a shepherd to earn his keep. Occasionally, he traveled with Abu Talib, a merchant, to caravans or trade centers. In 594, when Muhammad was in his early 20s, he started working for Khadija bint Khuwaylid, a wealthy tradeswoman and widow. He would go to foreign places to sell her goods and come back with a profit. Khadija was impressed with his honesty and proposed to him. They were married in 595. He was 25 and she was almost 40. Muhammad still managed the business. He and Khadija had 6 kids, 2 boys who died in infancy and 4 girls. Mecca grew and became a big trading center. Muhammad did not like the people of Mecca's materialism or how they worshipped idols in the Kaaba, which is a holy place. He would retreat to a mountain cave and meditate. One time, in 610, after having a few visions, Muhammad was visited by the angel Gabriel, who showed him special revelations, which said that he was to be the messenger of God, or Allah. He was terrified by this whole experience, and it was a few years before he dared to talk about it to anyone outside of his family. After having many other experiences like this, in 613, Muhammad began to reveal divine messages to his tribe and gain some followers. His teachings would later become the Quran. Muhammad had started to spread the word of Islamic monotheism. Some people disagreed with his teachings because they went against Mecca's traditional polytheistic ways. The same year, the Quraysh banned trade with the Muslims, starving them. At the end of this dreadful decade, Muhammad's wife and uncle die, and someone makes an attempt on Muhammad's life. In 620, Muhammad remarried Sauda, a widowed woman. In 622, Muhammad and the Muslims leave Mecca for Medina in a trip called Hijrah, which was the fleeing of the persecution in Mecca. The people in Medina were in a civil war and asked Muhammad, known for his wisdom, to act as their mediator. Muhammad stays in Medina for 6 years and built the first Muslim community. Meanwhile, there's almost constant fighting between the Meccans and the Muslims from 625 to 628. In March of 624, at the Battle of Badr, the Muslims won. In 625, at the Battle of Hud, the Meccans won. In 627, at the Battle of the Trench and the Siege of Medina, the Muslims outlasted the Meccans. In March of 628, a treaty was signed. However, the Meccan allies breach it within a year. In 630, Muhammad retires to Medina to live out the remainder of his life, and he converts much of the Arabian Peninsula to Islam with his persuasiveness. In 632, Muhammad marches to Mecca, with many tribes joining him along the way, and the Meccans surrender without any bloodshed. This is the first pilgrimage. Muhammad dies in Medina on June 8, 632. He's buried in the mosque there to rest in peace. Within the next 100 years, the teachings of Muhammad the Prophet in Islam had spread from Indochina to Morocco, France, and Spain, and they continue to spread throughout the world today.